Tell me about yourself is one of the most commonly asked question in the interview. May that be for job or for college admissions or for an internship. If you are interviewing, be ready to expect this question. In today's video, I am going to decode how to answer this question with absolute confidence. No matter which industry you belong to or what is your past experience, I am there to help you. After you do exactly what I say, I'm sure you would want interviewer to ask you this question because you are going to be so prepared to crush it. Before we start, one more thing. At the end section of this video, I have highlighted some of the common mistakes that people make while answering this question. So stay till the very end to avoid these mistakes. For those who are new to this channel, my name is Kunal Moon and I am here to help you bring the best version of yourself with the focused approach on your personal and professional goals. First, why is this question even asked? Why is it asked so many times? As an interviewer, you are getting into the grooves of interviewing a candidate who is probably nervous. This question serves as a great segue for going from a small talks like welcome to office, welcome to interview, how was your day, to actually getting into the serious interview conversation. It also allows the interviewer to get some great foundation information about you, who you are, or why you have come over here for the interview. And it's a wonderful opportunity for you to direct this interview by giving sufficient information to the interviewer. I will cover these pointers which will help you maximize your chances of getting selected. Now, the important thing to consider is this interview question is probably going to be asked in the first or the very early stage. I mean, in the interview process, this might be the first or the second question to expect. And sometimes this question is not just asked directly, but words might change. Instead of tell me about yourself, they can ask, can you please walk me through your profile? Or how has your journey been so far? Or what have you been doing? Something similar. Don't worry, all of these questions mean the same thing and needs to be exactly answered with the same similar approach that we are going to discuss today. As this question is being asked in the initial stages of the interview, it's going to make a big impact. In fact, the big impact of the first impression. Remember, first impression gets the half things done. So let's start off first with the format. How do you answer this? What all things needs to be covered? We will discuss it over here. Take it as a story. It has a beginning, the middle, and the end. When they ask you, please tell me about yourself, you will begin with your past. So maybe you can talk about what kind of education background that you have, okay, where have you been all these years now. Then you can cover some of the first couple of roles of your projects or your jobs. This is only at a high level. Many people also include personal details like your family background or your birthplace, but these details are not going to help you get a job. So you can definitely skip it unless and until interviewer belongs from the same place or has a similar interest. Whatever information you plan to share, just keep it short and crisp at this beginning stage. You want to efficiently cover up all the important details only. Okay, then let's move to the middle part. Here, it's the most crucial part. You must talk about your current profile. What are you doing today? Talk about why you chose this career or the education path. You can spend some time on this middle section because it is more relevant to the role that you are interviewing from. You can talk about your accomplishments or the project that you have worked on that has impacted you, or what kind of impact that has created for the organizations as well. Say you want to highlight on some of the projects you have done in this current job. You can tell what you did, how you did, and what are all the results or the impacts of the project on the overall organization as well as your personal growth. And finally comes the end part. Why are you effective for this role or your future aspirations? It's crucial you talk about the future aspirations because ultimate aim of the interview is to get you that offer. And the roles and responsibility should be aligned to your aspirations. You are talking about your future. You want to talk about how this opportunity for which you are interviewing makes you a good fit. Your beginning, that is the foundation. Your middle, that is your current profile, and the end, your aspiration, all come together to make you as a strong candidate and best fit for this profile. The final goal of you is to end up getting this offer. So with that in mind, that's how you need to answer these questions. Think when you are answering these questions, use this opportunity to sell yourself. Sell why you are a good fit. Sell why do you want to come in and make an impact with the roles and responsibilities of the role. Here you highlight everything that you have done up till now, which has positioned you as a perfect fit. Now, really quick, I would want to take this opportunity. If you're finding this video really useful, please take 2 seconds of time and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It really helps me make more such content. Also, I read every comments, so feel free to drop in any questions or suggestions that you may have. We have talked about formatting of the answers in this interview question. Now, let's talk about the tips, how to stand out. It is important to differentiate yourself to maximize the chance of getting selected. And to do that, you must tailor your answer to the organization's need. What do I mean by that? Just talking about yourself or talking about your background will do only a little justice to the entire spectrum of things. But what you can do is you can make this answer powerful enough by weaving some of the things that are important to the organization. You can include these points in the end part of your answer. Say example, you are interviewing for Tesla. Vision is incredibly important to them. At the very end, not just why you are a good fit, but how interested are you to be the part of their vision journey. This would be a great role for you. Maybe you talk about some of their milestones which has inspired you. You can talk about how this role aligns with your future aspiration. Say, let's take another example. You are interviewing for Amazon. Their core principles are incredibly important to them. So, if you talk about your profile and how it aligns with their principle, that is what they are going to pay attention to. So, those are just specific examples. But if you are interviewing for any company, go to their website, learn about their About Us section, look at their values, look at their culture. And one of the things that you can do to supercharge your answer is to incorporate those things in your profile as well as your future aspirations. This applies not just for the job but also for the institutes that you plan to get admitted to. Now, my next step will be to keep it professional. People start by talking about themselves, their hobbies, and where they come from. These are good things to say, but it's not just going to add any value unless and until they see a best fit of the role, and that is from the professional point of view. There are a lot of companies out there who really aren't going to get interested in your personal life. So better sell yourself professionally from the start itself. If they explicitly ask about your personal choices or hobbies, then you can definitely disclose those personal information. But in general, make it a practice to avoid those things. Okay, now my last tip, inject a little bit of passion into your answer. People buy passion, and generally speaking, whenever I take the interview, I get candidates who don't seem really motivated for the job. It might happen because of the pressure of the interview, or because in general people do not show their passion for the role. Their passion for the organization and the passion for actually getting the job is not really showcased well. So my last tip, max for the maximum impact, make sure you talk about how exciting you are, why you have that burning passion for what you do on the day-to-day basis, and make sure it comes off with an appropriate amount. Now my final thing I wanted to cover today is, as I promised, common mistakes that people make. One and the foremost common mistake that people make is negativity. Avoid negativity. When it comes to the past experiences or role, candidate often gives reason of switching profiles or the job change because they didn't like the manager, or they didn't get the desired profile or increment. You must strictly avoid that. Accidentally, you may not be meaning anything out aloud, but generally speaking, it never benefits from speaking negatively. If you talk about your past boss or the past place which had an issue and you're not really liking that place, it's okay. Some hiring manager will think you were the problem, and some of the hiring managers might be thinking that you are not adaptable or flexible enough. So first thing, I would say absolutely avoid this negativity. It doesn't really serve you well. Just skip it. The next common mistake is being casual or using unprofessional language. This is one of the most common issues with the candidates. Even if the interviewer asks personal questions or regarding the casual well-being, you must avoid the casual language. Any swears that you may have, which might be inappropriate for this interview, you must avoid those things. What people ask in the common questions, like say for example, can you tell me about yourself? Some people might slip and get casual. Stay cautious about it and don't cross that line. I have a story of my friend. He went for an interview. At that point of time, the interviewer asked him some question which my friend really did not understand well. But without much awareness, my friend spoke, "What the hell is that?" The interviewer gave a sudden pause and then he asked again. But the friend replied the same thing again, "What the hell is that?" And the rest of the interview just went down. He lost it, of course. So stay cautious whatever you speak of. The next common mistake is not knowing the roles and responsibility. If you talk about yourself and that's it, and don't show them how well your profile is aligned to the job role, chances of rejections are high. Whatever you say, try to relate your goals with what company is searching for. That said, I have seen most of the candidates are not even well versed with the roles and responsibilities, and the alignment towards that job profile goes for a toss. Also, be careful when you are convincing the interviewer that you are the perfect fit. It should not be a forced conversation. Say you have never worked in an IT firm, but your job role demands previous experience with IT. In that case, you can be open about it and say that although your industry experience in the IT specific industry is less, but the skills that they require that you have developed for this role are certainly complementing your profile and what they are looking for. If something doesn't fit well, you can focus on the skills that you have acquired and how it aligns with the job role. But don't force it or give false information that this will definitely land you in trouble. Remember, interviewer is not a fool. The next common mistake that people make is not to prepare for "tell me about yourself" question, and they are unable to drive the interview. Remember, the control of the interview is commanded by what you say. If you leave that control to the interviewer, you're not making the best use of that opportunity. Also, people sometimes overestimate their capability to speak. When somebody asks, tell me about yourself. Although it's easy to talk, as it's your life, it's your skills, but when you're not prepared or you are not rehearsed well, higher chances are that you might forget some of the pointers that you wanted to mention. So please practice. I'm not saying to remember or by heart the whole script, but make the pointers that you would want to highlight to the interviewer. Ultimate aim is to increase your chances to help the interviewer select you at the earliest possible time. The next mistake is communication without confidence. What happens most often is the candidate has all the skills of whatever the interviewer wants, but the way you communicate isn't confident enough. Everyone wants a confident person who can communicate effectively. If you're not confident, it creates the perception that candidate might not be up to mark. Say for example, I say this with confidence. Hello, my name is Kunal Moon. I'm a computer engineer and I have completed my masters from IIM Calcutta. I'm currently working in capacity of sales manager for selling enterprise grade digital transformation solutions. Some of my clients which I have worked with are A, B and C. Now the same thing, if I will say in the dull voice and show less confidence, this is how it looks. Hello, my name is Kunal Moon. I am a computer engineer and have completed my masters from IIM Calcutta. I'm currently working in capacity with as a sales manager for selling enterprise grade digital transformation solution. Some of my clients are ABC. Do you see the difference? The dull version certainly creates doubt. So practice enough and record your videos to see how your expressions are, if you're confident or not. At least if you're not prepared or you're not confident, just pretend to be confident. Prepare in front of your friends or camera, take 15-20 minutes to review your video and then practice a few more times. It's not hard question to answer if you prepare well. But if you are doing it for the first time, you can actually realize while talking out loud that you're drowning or the expressions are not really impactful. Now the last mistake that people make is they practice a lot and they sound overly robotic. You have learned the script by heart and you remember every word. But then you need to make it sound natural. When you practice it, you should pay attention of the feeling. It should not be like a monologue without any voice modulation or without any body language. Let me show you how robotic tones feels like. I'll use the same previous phrase. Hello, my name is Kunal Moon. I'm a computer engineer and have completed my masters from IIM Calcutta. I'm currently working in capacity of sales manager for selling enterprise grade digital transformation solutions. Some of my clients which I have worked are A, B and C. I think you got the point. Try to put facial expression, hands gesture to maximize that impact. You want to make sure you're coming off as authentic and not someone who has overly rehearsed something. Interviewer wants a balance of preparation as well as natural command on communication. You have to find a way to strike that balance. Don't go underprepared, but don't go so overprepared that you come off as sounding robotic. If you do everything what I have said in this video, you will absolutely crush this interview question. It is going to be a breeze, and in all likelihood, it's going to help you get moved on to the next round. That's it from my side. Good luck for the interview. In case you feel I missed out on any of the pointers or you have any questions, feel free to comment. Thank you.